Are we live?
Yep. Yeah, we're live. Couple of seconds.
Okay. Let me check the voices. Hello. Okay. Let me check the voices. Hello.
Hello, test.
Hello.
Me and Alex.
Test. I think it should be
1,
okay.
2, 1, 2.
I think it should be okay, right?
Yep.
The voices should be okay on my side. Yeah, I think it is. I think it is good. Oh, Classic
Hello,
David is here.
everyone.
Look at that. Classic David says, "Hey Alex, Arnold, and hopefully Satoshi." Look at that. Everybody loves Satoshi, huh? Bitcoin dominance is having a reaction at exactly the point where you said it would. You are the game master of BTC dominance. Yeah, I mean, BTC dominance chart really did good this year, yeah. Really good. Oh, I mean, should we check that one before we check Bitcoin? I think we should maybe check Bitcoin before we do that one, you know, just to sort of make sense. Let's just give a couple of minutes so people can join in. Well, hopefully we'll try not to go for such a long stream this this time. I mean, last time the stream was just too long,
Time
right?
was 2 stream in 1 stream.
Yeah, two stream in one stream. But today I still have to, get oil change in my car and stuff like that. So hopefully it's
Real
not gonna be
life
more than,
business.
yeah, I'm already, yeah, real life business. I'm hopefully not gonna be too late to the dealer, which I already am. I probably should have done it before, but I was busy. You know how it is when shit is busy. Well, I guess we can start off with Bitcoin, huh? I mean, okay, so yeah, so I'll do first the Bitcoin, and then we'll check the Bitcoin dominance chart again. Yep. Okay, so technically speaking, right now Bitcoin, even though we have a pretty nice style down there, and yes, hello Satoshi, glad for you to be here. Bitcoin is going to zero. Well, hopefully not. I am not gonna make something bold as that. But as you can see, guys, I mean, you guys are not blind, right? This is not exactly a beautiful look on the Bitcoin, right? It is not exactly beautiful. So I'm gonna say, guys, it is time for you guys to start setting some bids, man. Do not be afraid to set some low bids, you know? Set it somewhere here at like 23k, 20 all the way down to 21k, something like that, you know? You really don't want to get missed on this drop if it happens. And yes, the secondary then bids are going to be all the way down to 20k, right? We are definitely going to be filling some of the positions here. And hopefully these are gonna turn into a more larger holds, not larger holds, but more of a long-term holds, right? So obviously the 20k, right? The 20k all the way down to 17k is one of the most interesting spots we can absolutely fill if it goes there, right? I mean, and we already know, like we already talked about this, like 20k is like almost like we're 90% sure plus that it's gonna happen, right? I'm not gonna say it's happened now. I'm not gonna predict a timeline. There's no point in that. You can't predict time in trading, but you can definitely predict the price action. And yes, it's gonna happen in future, whenever, right? But for now, what I would like to personally see, maybe a little quick dip down to which can't even be seen on weekly, a quick dip down to 24k, and then a bullish continuation, because yes, it is still possible to continue with bull from 24k. But if that's something like that happens, right, let's just say we do a little bit of a drop down here, right? Okay, so then what we have to do is, again, we're gonna draw some areas, and most likely they're gonna be like two main ones. And again, saying that, we are definitely going to be shorting those two areas on the way up on a pullback. That is absolutely logical, right? We're not going to be biased. We're going to be trading both directions, right? And on the way up, yep, we are slowly going to see. Okay, let's see if this is going to be a knife catch or this is going to be some sideways action. If there's... Wait, let me just turn off the Telegram, so it's going to be annoying. So yeah, if there's going to be like a little bit of a sideways action, yes, then we're going to start jumping into some shorts to hedge our positions, right? And same is gonna happen in the next level, right? And once we start gaining above these levels right here, bam, we're gonna go back into bullish state. So yes, bouncing bullishly from this point right here is definitely not an impossible feat to do. Even though you can even jump from 20k and still turn out to be bullish. But anything under 20k, like we started to talk something like this, you're gonna have issues, right? That we're definitely going to go for harder shorts on pullback, right? So a little bit of plan like this, if it ever drops like under 17k, I am definitely pulling knife catching, right? I'm definitely knife catching on the way up, right? I'm gonna be pulling some more aggressive, more aggressive shorts if something like that happens, right? But yeah, until then, it can still be bullish. I mean, obviously, if you're gonna be going all the way down to 24k, yes, you can still be bullish, but you gotta be playing the chart both ways. Like, you do not want to be one of those guys, that is just absolutely seeing that. Absolutely seeing chart only one way, it's saying, oh yeah, bull market has to continue, bull market is the king, blah blah blah, doesn't matter, right? You want to be playing it both ways, but that's obviously if it crashes down, right? Which so far right now it does look like it's gonna, but I'm not gonna make those assumptions just yet. If we manage to hold the area, I'm definitely still going to be, right? So I did take one scalp right here, that was the point I was talking about. I think we discussed this or not, I don't know. That was the point. I was pretty much saying that I would be having a short right here, but I didn't knife catch it in a 4-hour time frame. I actually did it on like a 5-minute. Actually did it on the 5-minute, and I don't really like to knife catch at this point, Moritz, because you most likely end up with a little bit fatter stop losses, even though here you didn't have a fatter stop loss. But if you zoom in on a 5-min, and which level are you looking for, so once you drop underneath this level, that was my level to hunt for, and cut it right here with the smaller stop loss above here, because we do not want to go above there anymore, and then I just rode it. Wait, was my first profit target was here? Yep, my first profit target was here, and then my last one was down here. I mean, not the last one, the secondary, and then I still got a little bit of left down, right, to see if it's gonna break down the area. So yeah, I mean, it's nothing special. Still got the one from the 39k, still a little bit of fuel left on that one as well. I'm gonna be holding it till 24k, that's probably gonna be my last TP, even though I should probably scale it all the way down to 20k, right? I should probably do that, but my hands are weak when it comes to shorts. My hands are weak when it comes to long as well, right? I like to take fast profits. But yeah, I mean, I'm not, essentially I'm not always maximizing the profits, what I'm trying to say. But, even though at the end of the day, you still have a lot to make and you still have a lot of opportunities left on Bitcoin. But yeah, so far, one of the main opportunities you can have right now is longs on these spots, right? And again, no need to knife catch. You can wait for a lower time frame reversal and then smash it. It's actually more wise because you will get lesser stop losses, right? Okay, so speaking of which, Ethereum maybe looks a little bit, let me choose, yeah, that one is the chart we used for the stream. So Ethereum this time around looked a little bit better, and actually even did something, right? So Bitcoin, you didn't gain any highs, you didn't drop any lows either, right? I mean, you did make a little bit of a lower low, I think. Wait, actually you did make a little bit, yeah. But now speaking about Ethereum, you did make a new high, just a little bit. It was just a week. It's not the most comprehensive high you want to see, right? But it did happen indeed, right? So now I can just delete this line. I mean, big area. This is the one I had from the left side for the short the first time, right? And that already played out a while ago. And yeah, so right now when I'm speaking, right, so the first thing I wanted to say on stream, but I was hoping that it's gonna happen before the stream, we do the stream, I wanted to talk about this long, right? There was a long possibility down here in this structure because you did absolutely gain over the first high, and right now if you look at it, this is about around 50% retracement, which is something level you want to hold if you wish for the Ethereum now to continue. If you dip all the way down to here, you already have a little bit of trouble, right? You already have a little bit of trouble, even though it's not impossible for you to continue here again. But you're gonna then have to go into, gain over the midpoint, which is again, it just provides you with another issue which you don't want to see on Ethereum right now, because you are doing this sort of a staircase, right? And you did retest these levels really nicely, right? But once you're gonna start closing too deep, and then you're gonna fail the first mid, right? You're then going to go down, you're gonna lose this mid, you're gonna bounce somewhere around here, right? And then if you're gonna flip the chart over, it's gonna look something like this, and this is an early reversal pattern, and then you're gonna bounce from this mid again, right? And then it's just gonna start dropping off, right? So this is exactly why you should be a little bit afraid of Ethereum. If it goes too deep, I don't want it to go too deep. So this is actually, this was then again a scalp spot at Ethereum, a prime scalp spot, because you do essentially want to hold this. For you to continue on its bull. So right now, I mean, even though right now, again, I could say, go on lower time frame and there's another opportunities, but the profit takes are not the best here right now because now you're met with some resistances. Even though saying that, yes, there's definitely gonna be a short opportunity again on Ethereum, right? Because you did close under these lows, and even though if you taken the short like here, like let's just say pretend that this doesn't exist, right? And we went up here again and you took short here, there was still a little bit of reaction. And I will go for that a little bit of reaction again, right? Because it is at the end of the day. Let's actually measure how much of a reaction was it. Probably wasn't something I would capture on a lower time frame because it was too fast. And when was it? Yeah, probably wouldn't, but it was still 4%. So yeah, there's still gonna be short options even though we won through him. But the most perfect scenario for you right now is to get in this long right here and then hedge it against the short, right? So if you had plans to shorting, then I would go down lower time frame, I would long it right here and then I would plan for shorting, right? And I would plan for shorting either up here or, somewhere around here. That would be my two low time frame areas where I would keenly aim for it to find the head short against the position, right? So yeah, this is a gem, MLM, Enzyme Finance, one of the oldest DeFi mature credit leader, amazing releases, real utility. You can trade their synthetic commodities or any stuff. Would you check it out? Yes, I will for sure check it out. Well, I guess now we can first check out the Bitcoin dominance one, right? I mean, that one worked beautifully. Beautifully. Look, the masterpiece is real. Okay, so so we dipped down one, and you could, like, this was seen, right? So this dip was seen on the alts, and I actually focused a little bit more on Bitcoin pairings during that time, just because this worked out so beautifully, right? I mean, not beautifully, but when you see something like this, you have to then more press on Bitcoin pairings, because you can expect that the alts will pump against Bitcoin pairing, and they did a little bit. They haven't met some of the main areas I want to see yet, so I'm still going to think that this still can play out, right? So essentially, when I did this, I already wanted it to hold this area, right? I kind of wanted to reject bearishly, and this so far we did, but I'm not so sure if it's enough, that it's gonna propel us all over down here, right? Like we did in the past. So in this case, I do hope it's gonna reject here very bearishly and just continue down. But if that doesn't indeed happen, then I'm gonna have to go for this green line, I'm just gonna have to go for this green line, which I'm gonna move a little bit lower actually. I'm gonna have to go for this green line and then see something from here. I do not want it to return all the way up. Actually, let me see daily. How does daily look now after this happened? Let me actually see this a little bit. Yeah, so we made a new high. Yeah, we definitely want to lose this. We definitely want to lose this level. Like, if it loses this level, then I'm pretty confident it's gonna be bearish. Because right now I'm mostly bearish at the point of, because of the positioning that current alts are in. If you look at, like, I know EOS, Litecoin, everything else, they're all on prime positions to pump. So that's why I mostly was bearish on Bitcoin dominance, and it paid off. But now if we really want to lose this, if we wish to do a little bit there, and looks like we are going to lose it if the Bitcoin is going to be that much weaker than Ethereum at the moment. It is falling behind. So I'm actually even curious to see how much what the Ethereum BTC chart is looking like. Ethereum BTC chart. Okay, so it is moving. Didn't we have the level on this area, or my mistake? Oh yeah, we did. Okay, so yes, that was a pretty good trade. That turned out to be pretty good. That was a sniper, but bam, bam, it just went right, and then it went from this area and it tested this one again and continued, which is, again, you could just continue from it. I did, but totally missed that one trade because I was focusing on the one below. But now what I want to see, Ethereum still hitting this area, this would still be a very good area for Ethereum to hit, and actually a very good area to test it. It will make sense that this area is absolutely tested. So there's still, I mean, right now speaking, still we got a good 30% possibilities of going up on Ethereum. So that's good. But it's not going to be good if Bitcoin starts falling down. Then, of course, you're not going to get that price gap that you're really looking for, right? So if Bitcoin goes now to 24K and Ethereum can go up by just, going to like $1,000 or staying at 1.2K, and that's how they actually already closed the gap. So it's not the best when it happens. That happens, right? But essentially, what you want to do, you want for both of them to go up in price. That's actually probably the best case scenario for you. Yeah. So right now this Ethereum, if you're holding it, like if you're trading Ethereum is currently more of a hold than Bitcoin. I should say no. Ethereum will outperform Bitcoin. It's what I'm seeing from this chart, right? So far. So what did you say? Oh, Carl says, Sir, Sir Mr. Chad Alex. Yes, I. Chat is a very old word in crypto anymore. I actually heard a little bit of a meme today that originally there were chats in crypto, right? And then chats evolved to degens, and now degens evolved to apes. So now it's just, so we went from chats to apes, right? And this is maybe what is happening right now with this all this farming stuff, and you know, people promising thousands of percentage, right? Thousands of percent of gains in these farms and everything. It's mostly like, you could probably say then most of the apes are participating at that point, right? So yes, David, you said MLN. So what is it? I mean, the very name already reminds me of something terrible. So yes, wait, is that melon? Are we talking about melons now? You tell me this is a grandfather of DeFi, a melon? That can't be it, man. Is it? Melon. Or am I missing something? Oh, okay, I'm missing something. Obviously, I'm missing something. Yep. Where is this listed? Kraken. What? What? Oh, is it only against BTC? Oh, okay. My bad, bro. My bad. I knew it couldn't be melon, man. That's just so ridiculous. But then again, sushi sounds ridiculous as well. Wait, so what is this, man? I never heard of this project before. 44 mils. 44 mils. Let me see a little bit max. What was this market cap like here? Oh, we don't have the market cap? Why is this not showing market cap? Oh, market cap. 100 and... Okay. Well, this looks actually kind of weird, to be honest, this chart. I don't know, it's because it's on Kraken. Like down here, looks super weird. Definitely looks super weird. I don't even know, like it looked like they released something and they had barely any users participating or something, or like barely any users having their tokens. I guess that's what you were referring when you said release. They must have had a super slow release, because I don't know why chart would look like this. I mean, chart looks like almost a penny stock chart, right? I mean, it looks real ugly when it comes to it. Okay, so looking at this, so what do we do? So we create a super high, which is definitely probably a product of, you know, just bull market. 2000%, holy shit, 2000%. And then we crash down how much? 80% classics. But I do like what we held here. I mean, that was a good trade, I'm not gonna lie, man. That was a good trade. That was a really good trade. Now what I'm seeing right here, the spot you definitely want to hold now and not go any lower is this, man. Like, you definitely want to be holding, oops, a little bit higher actually. You definitely want to be holding the spot. You know, you don't want to be going too far off this spot. If you start going in under this spot and you start closing underneath this, it's gonna be trouble. You're definitely not gonna be continuing with the run that you have currently. And if that happens, you actually want to bid the area right here. You actually want to bid this area, and this area is most likely on a coin like this is most likely gonna give you a good reaction, especially how you kind of built this liquidity here, you know. So here you actually did this nice stairs. Whoops, that's a little bit janky ass stairs, how did it? So yeah, you actually did build a nice set of stairs here, you know. So I'm most likely thinking, like, seeing from how this goes back to the back, you have a pretty nice liquidity area right here. So if this area right now fails, I would bid this one. I would actually bid this one, and you have a pretty defined stop loss to begin with, classic, you know. So yeah, David, you could definitely bid it here. Like, the stop loss shouldn't be too terrible. I mean, what are we looking at? What are we looking for? You know, the only thing what I'm afraid, okay, we are actually looking at for like the only thing what I'm afraid, right, when it comes to Kraken and all this shit, I don't want to get wicked out at the bottom, you know. So that's the issue here. So when it comes to Kraken, low liquidity coins, I would prefer to put stop loss even under this previous low, or just put it a little bit above, right? Because if it's gonna go too deep, it's gonna take you out anyways and then close back in, you know. So there's no point of having too fat stop loss or too thin, right? I mean, sorry, you can have a thinner stop loss or a fatter one, you know. But one under the low is not actually a good idea in those choices. especially not, I mean, a Kraken, especially that. But you know, it's pretty good stuff. I do think this is a pretty good trade to begin with, right? I mean, I will probably not set up a stop loss on Kraken because their terminal is absolutely like it's whacked. Kraken is terminal is shit. I mean, you can use their crypto watch CZ or something like that instead of that, and connect it to them. I mean, it's much better, right, to begin with. But yeah, I mean, good trade overall. I do think could be a good trade. Was called Melon, and it was slow releases because always cared about real usage and real usage on friendly. Okay, so it's not Enzimi, or oh, they renamed themselves. Well, anyways, you know, I'm just saying, like, it's good chart. The chart looks good. And I'm pretty confident it will come to Binance. Well, okay, yeah, so if the tokens are being released right at this spot right now, it's not the happiest news. That's all I'm saying, right? It's not the happiest news, but it's also not the saddest, right? So, I mean, so far, wanna hold this. If not, go under and you're gonna be playing it there. Hey guys, looking at Aave, Bitcoin refill level after pump dies off. Also Turbo SNX looks to be played at holds long term. Okay, I did a video on Aave way back. Wait, actually, let me see if the chart is still saved. That was a nice video. Oh yeah, that was a good one. Look at that, son of a bitch, how it pumped from that. God damn, good stuff, man. Good memories. Did we snipe that shit? Of course we did. Of course. Beautiful. And oh, wait, actually, if I'm already here, this is why I use Tap Trader, boys. Okay, wait, did this tap? Oh wait, no, I actually did miss the stop loss. But this is why I use Tap Trader. This candle right here tells you why I don't use the stop loss, conventional stop loss on Binance, but why I use Tap Trader. Because, you know, the alarm goes off, you're like, oh shit, it already bounced. That's most cases what I get on Binance. When I'm like, oh, the alarm went off, and then I check it, and it's been like 2 minutes, and boom, the candle already creates itself, right? Because these are key areas where I'm expecting to be for a bounce, right? And most likely I'm expecting for there to be a healthy liquidity area. So I'm not willing to close my trade, to give up all my trades just willy-nilly, just because something on a lower liquidity market, you know, just wicks because one whale panicked or something, you know? So that's why Tap Trader is the king when it comes to this shit. And yeah, exactly, there. Okay, totally missed that one. That was another good trade back in okay, that was like 14 days ago or something. That was Monday. Shit, that was a good trade again as well. Shit. Okay, could have seen that one. Okay, so, I mean, USDT version, holy fuck. I mean, it's pretty open, right? I mean, I wouldn't go anything above this. Like, you're now approaching the dangerous territories, man. You're now approaching the dangerous territories. We can't be too bullish. Can't be too bullish. We got nothing to left, you know? So, yeah, wouldn't be exactly focusing too much on dollar. I think there are better, you know, better spots to trade, but if you got some good info on this shit, or if you think it's a long-term hold, then obviously you could still jump at it. But I'm not sure if the timings are right for you to find these long-term holds, you know. It just seems like kind of, I don't know, you know, it just seems like kind of if the Bitcoin does that big ass retracement that we just talked about, it could be a little bit of troublesome, right? It could be a little bit of troublesome. Okay, so this one, man, this is a good one. Jesus, look at this. Okay, like I would definitely probably get fucked here, and oh shit, I shouldn't be saying that on stream. I would probably be filling somewhere around here, you know, and then I would get like a 1 TP, which is like, oh okay, actually it was a decent reaction. I expected less than 30%. So yes, I would definitely get 1 TP here, and then I would get stopped, and then moon would happen, right? So I would that would be one of the case happening. But absolutely beautiful trade happened here. Holy fuck, man, that's absolutely beauty, man. My god. Totally missed that one. Wasn't even watching this chart. Too bad on me. When did this happen? 4th of January. So we actually had a very nice trades on this one. But now what I would be looking at, and again, I firstly wanted to say, yes, this is your fill area. The only issue of that is you already did it. You know, you already did it. Like you're now going to continue from this area, right? And if you don't break this now on the 2nd try or the 3rd try, it's most likely gonna break down as well, right? So this area is out of the questions because it was already filled. So then I would go to a little bit of a defensive one, and of course the areas I most likely prefer, it's a safer one, and this one. It's actually not that far-fetched. If you look at it, let's just analyze how much this pump was, right? I mean, this pump was 250%, and this would down be then 40% retracement. That is totally normal on 240%, 250% pump. So I would actually not be surprised if this rejects and goes lower, and then it gives you a nice little fill on this one. And this is actually a pretty good trade. This one I'm probably gonna take myself, you know. So I'm gonna be setting a couple of alerts on my left screen, I mean, and yeah, I'm gonna be taking this one myself, you know. Can't even make a video about it. So yeah, pretty good trade, man. I do think this one could turn out to be pretty good trade indeed. Okay, can you check GLD? Is that Elrond? The old Elrond? Oh my gosh, look at that. Okay, so I'm assuming that we said if this touches, we can then long this. I don't even remember it. Oh, 8th of December. No, that was way too long back. But maybe I did a video on this. Again, a very nice trade. It seems to be that everything was happening on 11th of January, and I can't, for God knows, remember what I did on that day. Oh, I know. I was sick of Corona. Sick. Okay, so that's why my memory is short term. Yeah, because I'm like thinking like, holy shit, look at this. Another graph that had a perfect trade on 11th of January, and I can't remember what the hell I was on that day. And I just remember I was sick from Corona. I was actually dying from Corona, which actually reminds me. Last night, you know, after like 3 weeks, I wanted to go back into working out, right? Because obviously I've been off for like 3 weeks now, and I did like 20% of what I usually do, right? 20%. And man, I was out of breath. Man, I was so out of breath. I thought I was gonna collapse, bro. I was like, man, my lungs are shit. So I went to docs today, you know, just to get that checked. I mean, just to kind of ask if that's normal, right? And he sort of said, yeah, this is gonna be like a 6 months recovery, right? And I'm like, fuck, man, I can't. Like, you telling me I'm gonna have to live like this for 6 months? You know how hard it is to keep a good mentality as a trader, and now you're telling me to live like this for 6 months, you know?
Without working out, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like, because essentially you gotta be eating healthy, and you gotta be doing something for your body if you're gonna keep the healthy mentality. Like, I'm not the guy who goes out a lot to begin with, right? I'm not one of those guys that you're gonna be seeing at parties, right? Because I mean,
Me neither.
I mean, yeah, but Arnold, you party a lot more than I do, right?
Yeah, that was a joke, yeah.
I'm more of a guy who just stares at PC screen, right? So you know, that's how I got into training in the first place, because I missed many parties, right? And right now, I mean, if I can't even do workouts or anything like that shit, it's gonna be, I don't even know how I'm gonna keep my sanity, you know? Because currently I'm still not in 100% zone, you know, like when I was before New Year in 2020, right? I was in smashing trades left and right. Right now I'm slowly building up my trades again, but it's not the same quantity that I had before, right? It's just not the same quantity. And I'm actually slower at decision making. I can actually see this, you know, and it's not so much in crypto, you know. In crypto, it's just, you know, the trades usually last for days, or, you know, for at least 1 day, right? But in Forex, you know, when I go on low time frames, I gotta be focused, right? And I really quickly lose that focus, and, you know, just, it's really hard to keep it. Definitely, Corona, in terms of, I start thinking it right now, Corona definitely did me some damage, to be honest, you know, some professional career damage, I'm not gonna say right now. So yeah. Okay, so speaking of which, this one, pretty easy, man. I would be stacking an area up there. Again, something like this. And if you bounce from this, very nice bullish continuation, you know. So it's pretty clear on where you should fill this. But I'm actually gonna check the BTC version as well, because I think that one could be looking hot. What the freak happened here? Okay, so is this 11th? No. Okay, this one looks a lot worse, sir. I mean, this is something I would look for shorting. I would like, but again, if I wanted to short this, I wanted a little bit of a position from beneath, right? I mean, I don't want to go blind and short. Yeah, that's something I would be shorting for sure. But of course, because it's alt, I'm not gonna. But this is something I would be shorting on Forex all day long. But yeah, I mean, it's still. Actually, I don't even want to call a trade here. I mean, okay, so the thing is, what do we want to see, right? What is key position here? So one of the key positions, you could say, Okay, we just went over the key position, right? Let's just say this is one of the key positions that you want to gain over. So if you gain over this, you still have possibility of being, yeah, it's not actually. So actually, sorry, I'm going to say it like this. If you gain over this, what you want to gain over next is this. What you want to gain over next. So right now you're playing this. What the hell happened here? So now what you want to be doing is playing this, holding this, tagging this, and going above it before making any bigger retracements. If you've done something like this, then I'm gonna say you can still conquer the top. You can still conquer the top, and then you still, and if that happens, you still have. Look at that, it's still 74% to the top. You know what I'm saying? So that's pretty good. So that's still pretty good. So right now, I mean, if you really want to trade it, the entry is right in this area right now. Like, it shouldn't go too deep. Like, this would probably be the max what I would be like saying in terms of deepness, right? I don't want to go any more deep than this. And yeah, we'll see what happens, right? Hey Max, can you check mini future? Oh yeah, okay. So Satoshi Nakamoto. So yeah. So Satoshi wants us to check stocks. Should we do stocks? Mini futures, yep. Oh boy, I still have those leftovers. Still have those leftover trades. Yeah, I like since I'm gonna say like wait, since December I think. Yeah, again, since December I haven't traded I haven't traded stocks, not stocks, sorry. I haven't traded indexes. I've been only trading Forex as the time when I got back. So right now, I mean, this is still very bullish, man. I mean, what can you even say about this? Like, look at that. Look at that. That's a perfect retest right there, man. That's a perfect retest. You hold it, you're gonna go for continuation. And right now, what you don't want to lose, you don't want to lose this. You don't want to lose this, right? Because you already did a little bit of a higher high above here. So right now you want to be holding this because you created a new high with this, right? And you're just gonna continue, right? If you don't hold this high, then you're gonna go all the way down here, and then most likely you're gonna be retesting a very low this. So it's most likely can be a little bit of weaker, and then still probably gonna go in continuation, because let's be honest, right? I mean, everybody else is out there saying, well, when in doubt, you know, you can just long in this. That's pretty much how the world goes, right? It's not a big deal. But I don't prefer them as much as as much as Forex. I think Forex is it's easier than it comes to indexes, so that's why I haven't jumped in yet. But I will get back to indexes actually. I just need time, man. Right now, I need time. Like, I am definitely not in my 100% readiness just yet. Hey Alex, can you check ZIL? Yes, I sure can check this for you, bro. ZIL USDT. Oh shit, it still looks like crap. Oh man, oh yeah, I remember this one right now. It pumped. Let me guess, 11th of January, right? Yep. it's like once you identify one move on one alt, it seems like it happens all across the alts, right? This is what I'm really was talking about, right? When one alt, like when you have a really key level, like let's just say a really key area level, right? When you have a really defined a high time frame level or something, right? Something like this. And you know, it's like on daily or even weekly in this case, right? And if one alt cracks it, they most of them do, right? And you can really see this one again, right? A sweet retest to an area, and happen again on 11th of January. And basically everything, as you can see, everything across every chart we did of alts almost happened on the 11th of January. So you really see they all pull in these moves almost in conjunction, right? They all pull in this move at the same time. But right now, I mean, right now you're still holding. This looks very much like Bitcoin. Very much like Bitcoin. It doesn't look pretty, but you still haven't lost the main area, so you're still doing pretty good. But if you do lose it, then you know you'll end up, you know, somewhere down here. So right now, whoops, right now you're still pretty good on this one. IOST, USDT. Ah, Jesus, I missed. Not Huobi. Wait, what is the name? Wait, am I retarded? Yeah, here we go. Ooh, okay, a nice retest or some. Okay, yeah, that was a nice retest indeed. Look at that, happened a little bit later than I anticipated, but it still happened. And look at that, that was a nice retest. That was a good trade to take. And look at that, almost immediate profit fill. Look at that. That happened in like what, 2 candles? How much was that? 30%. Easy, man. That was a pretty good target. And again, same thing as I just showed you on the ZIL, you know. Looks very, I mean, almost exactly as Bitcoin. You want to hold this. If you're not going to hold this, you're most likely going to retest a little bit deeper, all the way to down here. But so far, you know, that was a pretty nice profit take when it comes to it. Immediate fill, 2 candles later, you got profit take. So that's like 2 days, right? Bam, easy. And then for the rest of them, because obviously you're not gonna take fully off, you're aiming for a new high, right? Because you do deem that this level is bullish continuation, right? Yeah, so pretty much it's most likely, from what I'm looking at so far, you still have chances of getting it, but we'll see if it happens, right? We'll see if it happens. If Bitcoin is gonna go for a bigger pullback, then you're not gonna get it, right? So for TRX, I already did a video, and I'm not sure. Wait, was this video released on time? I think it was, right? Did the users get time to catch these trades? Arnaud, do you remember? 16th of January. Oh, it went to a profit take without filling? Oh wait, no. I did. Oh, sorry. Yeah, no. I did 2 trades. Sorry, yeah. So one of them was up here, which I don't have anymore. I mean, for TRX, shit, I forgot. Like, there was 2 trades. One was passive one, and one was aggressive one. I think that was the case. I'm gonna recheck the video after the stream, because I'm not sure I did something on TRX. But yeah, TRX, essentially, I am bullish a little bit on it, even though it hasn't hit the main area. But let me check the USDT version, because I haven't really. The USDT version looks like absolute dog shit, and I wouldn't touch it with a 5-meter pole. So yeah, so I mean, so I'm gonna say just you know, just keep with Bitcoin, or not. I'm just gonna say keep with other alts, because this is, wow, what the hell is this, you know? I'm still gonna leave this trade open, even though I hope it doesn't happen, because that would be too deep of a pullback. But I don't know why it looks like shit. I mean, even on weekly, what the hell is this, bro? Like, what is this, 4x or something, you know? So yeah, no, don't. I mean, not on crypto. Like, don't like, I will not go decipher this on crypto. Like, there's no need to do this. Like, you have a lot of shit else, but you can pretty much see everything has been tested on this. But you still have some key points, some key levels inside of here that you essentially want to hold. But what my point is, it gets too complicated, and it's just, you know, it's just not worth it, because you have, like, we just presented like 3-4 alts that have very clean trades. So I have no idea why would you go on TRX USDT and take that shit instead, right? It doesn't make a lot of sense, right? What are your thoughts on DOT in general? Training rights need a pullback, but are you surprised to how see, like Robert, like I've talked about DOT a lot, even in videos. I'm not surprised, you know. I mean, I've discussed this with Arnaud, like shit. I mean, it is one of the hottest networks, and probably one of the top contenders for, you know, top contenders to be on actual top, right? I mean, like, when it comes to projects, the projects they're bringing out, like, you know, like the projects they're building underneath them, and all of the, you know, safety options and everything they're bringing out, it seems to be that DOT is a really good contender against Ethereum, right? So I don't think it is that fledged. I mean, I knew DOT was really good network. We discussed this many times, and I went in with a little bit of a I should say that maybe should have went in with a little bit of a more, you know, FOMO actions, right? Maybe my trades were a little bit too bearish for what was about to happen on this one, right? Because essentially speaking, right, if I close my eyes, you know, this was very longable, right? But still, indeed, I have this stop that just wouldn't allow me to long here, right? I mean, I wouldn't do it that bullishly because it extended itself so much, right? And I didn't really believe in it, right? Because, you know, when you go over and you go like DOT, right? I'm seeing 16 bills, you know, I'm seeing 60 bills, and I'm seeing this pump, you know, and like, you know, and now like, from price action standpoint, you should definitely be long in this. It's 100% long, right? But fuck me, you know, it's like, it is crypto that we're talking about here. And when I see such pumps and I long so bullishly, it doesn't always end up nice. So I'd rather avoid it, right? Because, you know, or me, I'd rather take safe trades. But this was probably a mistake, you know. It's probably a mistake for not playing a trade here. Not gonna lie, right? But right now you didn't make a new high, so right now if it comes back to this area, it will most likely slip a little bit under, and thus people could possibly get something a little bit down here on a 4-hourly. Why not? It's not impossible, and it's still very possible to bullishly continue it. But yeah, so far we'll see. Look at this. So even if you flip this chart over right now, look what we did here, right? We created 3 tops, bam bam, right? Now if we flip it over and we start closing in, right? We start closing, we start losing this shit right here. It could get ugly, right? It could get ugly indeed. So you can see, and then maybe a retest to this one. But yeah, I think I should have been more bullish on DOT. I was actually, from FA perspective, I was really bullish. I really liked what they're doing. And from TA's perspective, I'm always playing defensive actions, right? And a lot of the times defensive actions plays out because, essentially I don't lose money. I do lose money sometimes, but I don't lose as much as other people do. But sometimes when you get these incredible big pumps that really continue bullishly, I do get left out as well. That is absolute true. But I don't know, it just seems to me that, playing smart trades overall in bear market and in bull market, I think overall I'm set better because, because trades like this only work in bull market, right? I mean, you're not going to get shit like this in bear, or even in standard market, you're not going to get shit like this, you're just going to get, just the usual, right? Or in bear market, you're most likely going to get like a 70 or 80% pullback before a pump happens, something like that, right? So it's like all markets do things a little bit differently, right? But if I keep that clean middle, what I'm currently doing, I feel like I get out on top a lot more times than all the other people, right? But again, in sometimes like this, I definitely could have improved myself and, kind of read these situations a little bit better next time and, pull a little bit more better moves and even catch some of those extra percentages. But again, I'm not perfect, guys. I'm learning like you guys are learning. I'm just on let's just say a little bit higher level, right? So for me right now, it's just I want to maximize my winnings, right? I'm doing good with my winnings, but there's always more. There's always that one guy that is better than you, right? So if he's better than you, then obviously you can be as good. So you can then work on your stop losses, work on profit takes, and get a little bit more R and get a little bit more R until you're good as him, or or until you're doing better than you're doing right now. So at least you're trying to better yourself, right? Each and every day. So yeah, Robert G, pretty good. DOT is pretty good. I'm definitely bullish on it, and I think it's a good project. Definitely one of those that probably, if somebody is considering doing something for a long-term hold, I think DOT is one that should be considered a lot. Don't worry too much. You're young and you will recover. It takes up to 7 years for human body to renew all cells. Shit, man. Jesus Christ, dude. I don't got 7 years, David. Meh. 7 years, what the, like in 7 years, if I do nothing for my body in 7 years, man, I'll like the issue when it comes to trading, right? Like, let's just say you got a normal job, right? You got a normal office job, you just don't give a shit, right? You go to your office, you do your job, you're most likely after some time, if you don't have enough work in office, your productivity goes down, which is something I've seen in the past as well, right? If I had many tasks, my productivity was always, slowly inclining. Even though if I was hating my job, right, or should I say hating the thing I did, my productivity always went slightly inclining, right? But when I had too little tasks, right, then my productivity was slowly going down, right? And then even though when there came days that were a lot of tasks, I was like, oh fuck, I can't do them, right? Because my productivity was at absolutely low, right? But yeah, that's actually the same thing when it comes to trading. You don't just, as a trader, yes, you do stay at home and you do your shit that you want to do, right? That is natural. But do not expect that I just come and say, today I don't feel like trading, right? Because you're actually hurting yourself in the same time, right? If I just say, yeah, I'm gonna have a free time today, right, and tomorrow, and maybe I'm not gonna trade this week, fuck it, right? You know what? If you do that, your productivity goes down as well, and you can actually fuck yourself in trading like that. Because in trading, you gotta keep that good balance, right? So how your day should look like, you get up in the morning. So I usually, there's a lot of people that get up in 7 a.m. or something, right? I usually tend to get up a little bit later. I'm more like a 9 a.m. kind of guy, right? And then, start for morning, I go for breakfast, blah, blah, blah. Usually I already check the markets from bed. That's usually right. But then, yeah, I do all the, breakfast and all that stuff crap, right? And then I usually trade for like 3-4 hours, right? And then I go do a little bit of a workout, and then I check the markets again and any other shit that I do, right? And then mostly after 4-5 p.m. it's mostly free time, right? It's mostly like, you know, just chilling, free time. Or sometimes, you know, sometimes I will still do a little bit of a study, why not, right? Just kind of revisit some stuff. But yeah, I mean, it's not a hard life, but the thing is, once you start falling of that balance, right, you just, you know, the results will just decline slowly and you won't even notice it, right? So yeah, I mean, it's definitely important to balance. I don't have 6 years to recover, 7 years, man. I'm gonna break my mentality. Yeah, well, Francisco, yes, 6 months recovery. Yeah, I thought that was a lot, but now Classic David saying 7 years. I'm like, oh shit, I'm sweating, man. Do you think Bitcoin will go below 30k soon, or do you think they will hold and it will go up again? If you think it will go, they should pull all the BTC and re-enter lower. No, listen, Francisco, what you're doing right now, oh wait, you wanted to trade last time, right? You were talking about, like, do not think, right? Sorry. Do not think what is gonna happen. Like, what is gonna happen does not matter. Like, I don't see, like, for me, it does not matter what's gonna happen, right? If it does this, I'm gonna start pulling shorts more frequently, right? But I'll also start pulling longs, right? If it does this, I'm gonna pull more longs than shorts, right? So essentially, I don't care where the price now goes, right? Once it goes that direction, I'll scalp it. I'll trade it. Oops, I'll trade it, right? So for me right now, like I said, like many people say, yes, Bitcoin looks weak, right? And yes, it does look weak. I'm not gonna lie to you, it does look weak, but it's not over yet. You still haven't lost the main thing that created this, right? You still haven't lost it. And you know, many people, and including myself, did this mistake in the past where I said, oh shit, this is so weak, you know, we are for sure gonna go down. Because right now, everybody will tell you, if it looks like a chart and it did some trading back in the past, this is gonna go down. Everybody will say that now, right? And I'm pretty sure people can agree here, right? But you know, I learned my lesson with Bitcoin, because Bitcoin is tricky, and Bitcoin, when it looks the weakest, tends to move the most in the opposite direction, right? So I'm not gonna say anything until I see that, you know, drop underneath this area, we lose it, and we lose a couple of days under it. So for me to tell you to sell your Bitcoins right now is a stupid thing. I did tell you, sell some Bitcoins here, but do not sell them here. Like, you're too late, man. Sorry, you're absolutely too late. So right now you gotta be waiting, bam, something like this, maybe even 28k, but I don't think it's gonna have. It's not gonna be that 28k. Should be that important of a position. More 24k. Yes, you do something like this, and on the way back, you know, you sell some of your Bitcoins, you know, because you're securing some of those profits. And even though if Bitcoin does end up going higher, you should not be sad, because you did an optimal position. And if it goes higher, obviously then again, you're going to be long in on some of these positions back again, and you're going to be rebuying them. That's how you should look like, right? So you definitely do not sell Bitcoins, because I feel like right now that it's going to drop. Because that's the biggest mistake. You always have to sell when it's pumping. Don't sell when it's dumping. Selling when it's dumping is probably one of the stupidest things you can do, and this is how many people fuck themselves, right? They have like something like this, you know, a structure like this, and they will never take profits, right? It's gonna be pumping, and they will never take profits, right? They will never take it. They will just never take it, right? And then it's gonna do something like this, and they will be like, oh yeah, okay, that's just so smaller correction, right? This can still go up, right? And then it's gonna do something like this, and this is your sell point, right? This is a most perfect sell point you can get, right? Or should I say, not sell point, take profit point. You do not sell 100% of your positions, sorry, right? And right now, and they're not gonna say it, and they're not gonna sell it, right? Because obviously they say, oh, this is just a small correction, it's gonna go higher, and then it starts dropping, and it drops down, right? Where do you think they're gonna sell? They're not gonna sell here, right? Because they will be like, okay, that's still good. They're gonna sell in panic when it really starts dropping, right? When it really starts dropping, they're gonna sell it right here. And what's gonna happen? You're gonna get a nice little bounce, and you're gonna have profit takes, right? And again, he's gonna sell at 24k. You're gonna be selling 30, 35, 40k, right? And that's how you should like. So when it's dumping, don't sell. You need to sell when it's pumping, or on corrections, right? And when it's pumping, don't sorry, what was I? When it's dumping, don't sell, and when it's pumping, don't, you know, don't buy. exactly. That's what I was trying to say. Yeah, when it's pumping, don't buy, because essentially it's the same thing when it's buying, right? I don't want to be buying Bitcoin here. I do not want to buy Bitcoin. We're just looking at a high time frame perspective, right? Wait, let me delete this shit. Jesus, it's like cloud fast. I don't want to be I don't want to be buying Bitcoin at this candle, right? I want to be buying it on a correction candle, right? On a candles down here. This is where I want to be buying Bitcoin, right? I don't want to be down here. And obviously I did buy Bitcoin inside here because I did many scalps on Bitcoin, but that's not my point, right? For a long-term hold, you're not gonna buy Bitcoin at 30k, right? You want to be buying Bitcoin at 20k, right? For a long-term hold, obviously. It's same shit, right? It's just reversed. But, you know, people see it a little bit differently because they FOMO in, right? You do not want to be FOMO. As soon as you start FOMOing, you maybe made money now, but you're going to get wrecked. And speaking of FOMO, this is actually the biggest the biggest bullshit I ever seen. GameStop chart. I'm not sure if you guys saw what happened here, but if you don't know what GameStop is, it's actually a video game selling company which sells video games, like physical copies of video games and consoles, and it's a dying breed, right? Because you got Steam out there, you got Epic Store, blah blah blah, right? You got Ubisoft. Anyway, everybody's selling games this time digitally, right? But GameStop sells their game hard copies, and they don't have any platform. They don't have any platform for selling games digitally, right? And look at that, you know, obviously people were shorting this stock a lot because why? It's naturally a next blockbuster, right? And look at that, it's settled all the way down at $4. And then a bunch of Redditors from Wall Street Bets jumped in, and a bunch of TikTokers, and I actually pushed this stock up for 7,000%. 7,000% they pushed this stock up. And this is actually when I'm starting to feel like, yep, stock market is a joke. Because a company that is a dying company that is closing stores every day is an all-time high. And yeah, they liquidated, I think they liquidated a large hedge fund, a multi-billion-dollar hedge fund. They liquidated it, people from Reddit. So that's absolutely insane. And yes, a lot of people turn millionaires because they're absolutely ape shit crazy and they go all in into this crap, right? But look at this, right? This is how the stock market it is these days. This is like, no, the stock market looks like a shitcoin game on Binance, right? And yeah, so right now seeing that, right, I am not surprised that Tesla is still smashing. I'm definitely not surprised because it apparently does not matter if you got sales, if your company got good standings, or you got sales, or if you got good production line or anything like it doesn't matter, because apparently the stock market, they just don't give a fuck. They just go. Shit, yeah. So yeah, I mean, maybe we are blessed to have such market, because essentially if you drive that market correctly, you could make some good money at it. But again, you see right now that a lot of these people are making money on luck, right? So next time when you see some of those people flashing their 3, 4, 5 million positions because they got it all at one trade, do not think twice about it, because it's a joke. It's a definite joke. I mean, unless they're real traders, right? I mean, actual good traders that build their risk all the way up to the area. I'm mainly trading alts against BTC as a strategy to stack Satoshis. Any comments on this strategy? Yeah, Robert, that's completely fine. I did that a lot in the past as well. I mean, you're just trying to make extra BTCs, because for you see the long picture. You know, Bitcoin is gonna end up like, I don't know, 50k plus. So why not? I definitely don't see an issue for you with you stacking Bitcoins, like with the, you know, using alts to stack up their Bitcoins. And that was actually a logic of whales back in 2015, 2016 was basically when whales were like, okay, alts are there just for us to make more Bitcoins. That was the whole point of alts, right? But, you know, for me, like when I'm actually here and, you know, you gotta make some money and everything, I do trade a lot against USDT, because at the end, it just for me, it matters that I have more USDT than I had on the start of the day, right? So I'm here, you know, so I regularly cash out as well, you know, so I essentially want to have more USDT and larger positions, right? Not more Bitcoins, but I do still have my cold storage of Bitcoins that I'm not touching much, right? Unless they're at the really, really big key positions, right? So yeah, nothing wrong with that tactic at all, right? Sorry if I commented. Oh no, Francisco. It's okay, man. Like I'm saying, right? I mean, I know. I think you're the guy who were asking me last time that you want to start trading leverage, and yeah, this is not a good idea, right? If not USDT, yeah, USDC. I mean, sorry, yeah. So USDT is not the safest coin. It's been receiving a lot of hate. The only issue is a lot of the trades I take, it's in USDT because nothing else seems to be good. I mean, sorry, it's the most liquid pairing. So if the USDC gets more pairing, I will switch over to USDC as well just to be safe, right? So yeah, if not USDT, use USDC for sure. If BTC retraces as deep, then Bitcoin Cash could hit $260. Is that a perfect long Bitcoin Cash? Shit, I do remember something. I think I was watching it today. Huh, okay, so yeah. Oh wait, no, this long is not correct anymore. This was on the way up. We already filled it here. So do not mind that long. That one is too late. So yeah, I mean, yeah. Wait. Let me check this. Sorry again for you. 260. I don't think that would be go that, like, if it weaks down all the way down here, then yes. But that's kind of deep, you know. I don't think it's gonna go all the way down there on the first try. I would want to play something like this in between first, but the stop loss is probably gonna be something like bigger, yeah. Like this first, and then I would see what kind of reaction is gonna be for the 260. But I don't even see at 260. Not the best area, man. Not the best one. Maybe a little bit lower even. You know, it gets a little crowded in here. So first I would like to see what's happening on its 300 levels, and then see what's up. Wait a second, is that Mr. Mark Francisco in the chat today? Stoked. What? He was here the last time, I think. I'm not sure which Mark. I mean, the... If not, yes. Oh yeah, sorry, I already answered that question. So yeah, I guess, holy shit, it's been almost an hour. Okay, so I guess I'll wrap this stream today up here, right here, right? I mean, we did analyze some good things, and looks like Bitcoin, Ethereum is jumping really nicely. So yes, that long would have indeed turned out to be really good. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry it happened too quickly. We most likely wouldn't get filled, right? Because I would call something like this too long, you know. So yeah, it would be missed for like $10. So nothing sad, guys. Nothing. Don't be sad. Don't be sad. But yeah, we could have longed it a little bit here on lower time frames. But never mind, right? Don't be sad, guys. I mean, we got other alts. Yeah. So sorry about that. Yeah. Wait, sorry. He foresee, I like your sub, and for me, I like how you think. I was also looking for Khatum analysis and what. Okay, thank you, Bon. Definitely, yeah. That Khatum, I think that Khatum trade could turn out to be real well. The only issues I got with it, it's if the Bitcoin is gonna drop it too much, it's gonna go out of that area. But right now, I think it's gonna be really good. It's gonna turn out to be really good. So yes, thank you for watching, guys. Join us next week. This is gonna be what, in February? Yes, it is February 2nd of February. And I will update you on my stance with Corona fight. I mean, so far I'm feeling good, but you know, I'm out of breath. Shit, I'm just talking right now, and I can feel, you know, that I'm out of breath. I don't know why. You know, it's like I'm working out in front of the PC. It's definitely not. Keep you guys safe. Don't listen to people that say it's just a common cold. That is the biggest bullshit somebody can tell you. Maybe you won't have the same reactions as I did, but it's definitely not good shit. You know, it's definitely not good shit. Yeah. Yeah, so yes, guys, thank you for the support. Join us next week, right? Same time, yeah. Wait, what's that? Do you think you guys put a video of trading bot you guys have? Yeah, actually you are making a video of a trading bot, aren't you, or not? Francisco is asking about a trading bot video.
Yep. There is one video on the Binance bot.
Oh, but you're making another one?
Yep, I will do one for FTX also. But
okay,
it's
so
just a tutorial. So
okay, so he did one for Binance. He's gonna do another video for FTX if that's what you want, Francisco. Yeah. Okay, thank you guys for watching. See you. Oops. See you.